Hello YouTube, Shiny Starmie Studios here and welcome to episode 10 of my Universe Sandbox 2 series. In this episode we're listing the top 10 most massive stars as of early 2020. Note, most stars' masses have been indirectly measured, so likely there are big variations in the mass of these stars, and a result are likely adjustments on the list. With that out of the way, let's begin. Number 10. Melnick 34A. Fast facts, Melnick 34A, 163,000 light-years from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's a WN5H class Wolf-Rayet star and resides in the 30 Doradus complex. Melnick 34A is 147 times solar mass, about 19 times solar radii, about 200,000 times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 53,000 Kelvin. Number 9 is tied between two stars, R136A6 and VFTS682. Fast facts, R136A6, 157,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It is an O2 class main sequence blue star and one of only a few O-class stars on this list. VFTS682, meanwhile, is 164,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It is a WN5H Wolf-Rayet star and is located 100 light-years away from the R136 star cluster, may have been ejected in the past. Both R136A6 and VFTS682 are 150 times solar mass. R136A6, we haven't got clear judgments on the radius of the star, but about maybe 20 times solar radii as an estimate. It's 3.311 million times solar luminosity with a surface temperature of 46,000 Kelvin, while VFTS 682 is 20 times solar radii, 320,000 times solar luminosity, and has a surface temperature of 54,500 Kelvin. Number 7 is HD15558A. Fast facts, HD15558A, 7,500 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Cassiopeia. It's an O4 class blue giant star, and is the only star on this list that resides in the Milky Way galaxy. HD15558A is 152 times solar mass, 16 times solar radii, 660,000 times solar luminosity, and has a surface temperature of 39,500 Kelvin. Number 6. R136A3. Fast facts, R136A3. It's 163,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's a WN5 class Wolf-Rayet star, but still has 40% hydrogen by composition at its surface. R136A3 is 180 times solar mass, 19 times solar radii, 3.8 million times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 53,000 Kelvin. Number 5. Melnick 42. Fast facts, Melnick 42. 163,000 light-years away from Earth in constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's an O2 class blue giant star and is the most massive non-Wolf-Rayet star known. Melnick 42 is 189 times solar mass, 21 times solar radii, 3.6 million times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 47,300 Kelvin. Number 4. R136A2. Fast facts, R136A2. 163,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. WN5H class Wolf-Rayet star, and is one of 3 hypermassive stars within around 1.2 light-years of each other. R136A2 is 195 times solar mass, 23 times solar radii, 4.3 million times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 53,000 Kelvin. And the bronze medal goes to BAT 99-98. Fast facts, BAT 99-98, 163,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It's a WN6 class Wolf-Rayet star and is one of the more recently discovered hypermassive stars in the Large Magellanic Cloud. BAT 99-98 is 226 times solar mass, 37.5 times solar radii, 5 million times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 45,000 Kelvin. Number 2, R136c. Fast facts, R136c. 163,000 light-years away from the Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. It is a WN5H class Wolf-Rayet star, and likely the more massive of a binary star system, though the secondary star likely contributes little to the mass of the system. R136c is 230 times solar mass, 18.4 times solar radii, 5.6 million times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 51,000 Kelvin. But that's just the silver medal. The daddy of all massive stars, R136A1. Fast facts, R136A1. 163,000 light-years away from Earth in the constellation Dorado in the Large Magellanic Cloud. WN5H class Wolf-Rayet star, and is the most massive and also the most luminous star known. R136A1 is 315 times solar mass, about 30 times solar radii, 8.7 million times solar luminosity, with a surface temperature of 53,000 Kelvin. And that is the top 10 most massive stars known as of early 2020. I hope you found it interesting. I will see you next time for more Pokemon and Universe Sandbox 2 content. Shiny Starmie Studios out.